To be honest, this loud, obnoxious women could never sit at the dinner table with my mom.
Look, Da Vinci's on me, make these bitches want me. Any ball made denim, call me 1500. Any nigga petty, back go get some money for this shit get ugly. Keep my cup of money. I got work up in the rental. Trump Tower incidentals. Rollie on me presidential. Keep my 100 sequential. Kel-Tec with the rubber grip. I got that back on me, get the flipping shit.
What's good, world? It's Mr. Young, active and attractive, moving and grooving, hot as the pop of the Toledo Rocket. I am him, not them. Mr. Two-Tone Jones, Mr. Up to Par, ask my mama if I'm a star. It's Dre P. And we at the dinner table with Dre, and we back at Influence Lounge on Jimmy Carter, man. That's what these beautiful drinks from. This is that lavish. But I got a special guest before we take a toast in the building. Man, super producer, platinum producer. Boy got his own book out. He done produced for all your favorite rappers. Young Dog, Bankroll, Fresh, 2 Chainz, Cap One, the list goes on. But not only is he that, he's one of my brothers from another. Shawty Fresh in the building.
What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, and we're taking a toast, man, to have my brother in the building. This drink is lavish, handcrafted by the wonderful Jasmine at the Influence Restaurant Lounge. Check it out. This is spectacular. This thing looks like a long
Oh my gosh, this is
island iced tea. You
Oh,
did?
this is an island drink.
Boy, I just went to Caraco with this thing, man. I'm in Bali right now.
Yeah, where Papa at?
Where Papa? Hello, where your horn at? Lavish. Yeah.
Oh, bye.
Oh, bye. She's happy. Yeah, Momma K gonna keep it real and trill, man.
Okay, cool. I see what's going on.
For real. But listen, man, this is a special interview, man. Shawty Fresh. Mom always asks the guests the first question.
Yeah, how did you meet Dre P?
So I met Dre P when I was working at a studio called Hot Beats, and he came in and he was an artist and I was the engineer and the producer, and we started working together. And so one day in one of his raps, he was naming streets about the city where I'm originally from in Toledo, Ohio. And so he was naming streets. I'm like, say, bro, you from Toledo? He like, yeah. I'm like, bro, I'm from Toledo. He like, man, shut you lying. I said, no, for real.
For real. He said Calumet. I know about Calumet, Elliott, Clinton. I said, hold on. You about a block from Grandma's house, Big Mama house.
Big Mama.
He said my Big Mama would stay on that street. So, you know, we did the research on it, and it turned out that Mom Dukes and your mom went to Sky High School together.
Yeah, went to high school together.
Yeah.
Sky High Superfly, the full
Sky High Superfly. Shout out to your mom.
Yeah.
So Fresh, you know, the world probably, especially your Atlanta community, they don't know that about you, you know, because you like authentic Atlanta. The sauce, the lingo, the flavor, the production. But you was born and raised in Toledo, and you moved to Atlanta at what age?
So I was born in Toledo, Ohio, and I moved here when I was in the 2nd grade. So, you know, like everything I know and everything that was instilled in me came from being in Atlanta. Yeah. Like, matter of fact, actually, if you was to ask people from Ohio, am I from Ohio? They were like, hell no, who is that? But he ain't from nowhere there around these parts.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because I
left. Have that little twang.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, that boy, authenticity.
He's authentic.
Yeah, I left so early, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I was born.
And ladies, he's a cutie pie too. Anyway.
Leo season. Leo's is in the building.
So, you know, that's where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? But I've been down in Atlanta for like a long time. So like, this is home.
Right. So say when you was here in 2nd grade, it didn't feel no different like that. This is what you knew. Your friends, who you grew up with.
Yeah, I don't even have friends in Ohio.
Okay.
Right.
Like, you're actually my only friend from Ohio.
There we go.
And that's like because of default, you know what I'm saying? But I met you in Atlanta. From Ohio.
Right.
So, you know.
Well, you know, it's interesting you brought that up. I just did a skit with Fabo for Country Wayne. Shout out Country Wayne, they doing their thing. And Fabo spoke real highly of you, man.
Oh, yeah.
He talked about, he said, no, I know Fresh from this high, like growing up. So, you know, you knew Fabo, and talk about your adolescence and your youth in Atlanta, growing up, what side of town, what was it like?
Man, so that's funny that you say that, right? Because, so I grew up on Riverdale Road in College Park, right?
Okay.
And, they said that ain't Atlanta, but that's Atlanta.
Oh, right.
Riverdale. It ain't Atlanta, but that's Atlanta. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, I got a younger brother that's passed. He passed in 2004. His name's Javon Forte.
Oh, shout out to him.
And so my brother just so happened to meet Fabo at the store.
Oh,
you know what
that's
I'm
crazy.
saying? And so like how we was back then, if you meet one of us, we all gonna just bum rush your crib and you know what I'm saying, get cool with you. So I got cool with Fabo like I was a teenager. He didn't even have hit songs. I remember going around doing open mics and stuff with him. You know what I'm saying?
Before the Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, before like Laffy Taffy, you know what I'm saying? So like I knew him from like way back when, you know what I'm saying? But I was introduced to him through my brother.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And so like that's how I've been knowing him for years and years. You know, that's the big homie. So
You know, it seemed like that happened a lot in your life. Like you seem to have a lot of relationships with a lot of superstars. Like I remember when I even first met you, and I want to go back way before me, but just my personal experience with you when you was recording Young Thug, when you was recording Bankroll Fresh. I remember when Bankroll Fresh was saying no cap around the studio and telling you the cap ain't shit, man. We got to turn up on these folks. And now the whole world saying, I just heard Deadpool and Wolverine say no cap in the movie. You feel me?
crazy.
So it's just the evolution of the things that you've been a part of. You really have been a part of the culture for real.
Right.
And the sound. I know you was moving around with 2 Chainz at Street Execs, Cap One. Like, you know, talk about like how you, well, before we even got to meeting people, because you met people organically. How did you start doing music?
So when I was a teenager, like growing up, that's what me and my homeboys did. You know what I'm saying? So like,
did you ever rap?
Funny you say that, right? So honestly,
yeah, truth be told,
like, honestly, all this started because me and all my friends, we rap, but my rap sucked so bad, like, and they talked about me every day. I got real brutally honest, like, type of homeboys.
Like that ain't it,
man. What? And they talked about me so bad every day. So I'm like, man, I like this music stuff, but my raps really just ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So I started to like make beats.
Okay.
And at first, them motherfuckers wasn't in either. They was talking about them motherfuckers. Like, bro, why the hell that shit sounds from doom 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 doom?
Right.
That shit sounds like
when you first started, what was you making beats on? Fruity Loops?
I was making beats on Fruity Loops when I first started.
That's how everybody came.
You know what I mean? So that's how it all started, and just over the years, I just kept practicing, and then I ended up going to college for audio engineering and production.
Oh, so you went to college? See that base?
That education is precedent. You gotta have some knowledge in your system, and I've always believed if you want to be the best in your craft,
you gotta get.
You gotta study those before you, and you gotta actually read a book and pick up some intel. You have to learn some intel.
See, like my mom, like she was one of them kind of parents, was like, oh, you gonna get an education. What you like to do, music, or you gonna go to school for music?
Tell them your mom's name.
Oh, Renee Willis.
Okay.
Shout out Renee Willis.
Keep rolling, but wipe your glasses real quick.
Thank you.
They just a little foggy. It's okay. You sweating? You okay here?
It's warm in here.
I'm making you hot, mama.
Right.
It's lights too.
I got mama screaming at the dinner table.
And that laugh
we got me bored.
Here, put your glass and we still rolling.
Goddamn laughing. Where she at? Ooh, got me sweating like a runaway slave. Anyway, go ahead.
It's like we looking like Betty over there. I tell you, mama looking like Auntie. That's an inside family joke. But yeah, so, you know, transition into music, Fruity Loops, really learning your craft. You went to school, you went to college. Was it fun? Did college make it boring, or did you get more into it when you got to college?
When I started going to school, I had already had a studio in my basement for like 4 to 5 years.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? So I already knew a lot of the stuff that they was teaching me, but that helped me because I was able to ask questions and like be able to zoom in on different things that I didn't know just from going through the experience. So I was able to build on that knowledge even more So like,
because sometimes, I don't mean to cut you off, but college is good for giving you the reason why you do something.
Right.
You know you're doing it. This is what you're supposed to do. But you don't understand why you do what you do. And so that's what college gives you, that extra insight. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. So
hands-on
really
and mentally, like
Right.
you know how to do it, why you doing it a certain way,
Right.
you gotta
Why
take
you
this
doing
route.
it? Right.
When you
Exactly.
mixing things and making beats, I'm sure,
Because you don't always get that detail down to that
especially
detail.
sound, it's very
Yeah.
intricate,
And
frequencies,
technical.
levels, and setting stuff.
Yeah.
So getting
Yeah.
into producing for big artists, who was the first big artist you worked with?
So the first,
Uh-oh, he laughing, y'all.
so y'all won't believe this, but the first big artist I worked with was Little Scrappy.
Little Scrappy, okay.
Yeah, Little, like he was the
And
first.
Scrappy's still relevant to this
Yeah,
day.
he
Scrappy doing his thing.
He was the first big artist I worked with. So that came about because I worked at a studio by the name of Hot Beats.
Yeah, that's where we met.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, Hot Beats.
I heard of that
And,
before. Yeah.
Lil Wayne discovered Drake at Hot Beats.
Okay.
Yeah,
For
so he was coming through Hot Beats, and I was real close with the manager at Hot Beats.
Okay.
And so, you know,
Okay.
she used to put me on all the good sessions.
Yeah.
He was one of the good clients. So like, he was the first person that was big that I got a chance to work with. You know what I'm saying? And so back then I was just Ray Forte, and I was like still developing my sound, and it was cool, but it wasn't just all that.
You want to show that fresh?
It wasn't Shawty Fresh, but I got him to rap on one of my beats, right?
Okay.
And he made this song called "Pussy Make Me Lose My Mind."
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
Okay.
And that was like, that was
The rest was history.
Man, that was my like first like major placement, you know what I'm saying? And that was like way.
But you say when he did that, you was out of here. You felt like he was lit.
What, man? You couldn't tell me
You was
nothing.
telling everybody pussy make you lose your mind.
He was moving up gadgets in the studio.
Well, it's funny you say, speaking of moving gadgets, and not to cut your story off, the Fresh man, me and Fresh have traveled a lot of places, and we've done shows, we've done a lot of things, video shoots. This guy, everywhere we go, it'd be 5 in the morning. Fresh, if we in Miami, he's on the balcony outside the hotel. If we on the beach somewhere, Fresh on the beach, he got his computer, his shirt off with his jewelry on, and that he be making the beats, like you said, pressing them buttons. But that's when I knew how passionate he was about his craft. It ain't no sleeping with Fresh. Fresh would rather go make a beat and record than go to the club.
You the beat maker then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, hip hop and it's a tough sport.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Definitely.
And it's beautiful, and we start, like he said, we start off young in our mama basement, and it's a hobby, and it's something that keeps us.
It's fun to do.
We get popular off of, we get attention, and we learn a new craft about ourselves, and we feel like we're expressing ourselves. But a lot come with the hip hop, and that's what I want to talk to you about too. Is you created a lot of people, but you lost a lot of people in the rap game.
A lot.
And I mean major people that are huge. And Young Dolph ain't here. Today's Young Dolph's birthday, by the way. So shout out to Young Dolph.
Shout out Young Dolph.
I believe you was on his latest album. You did a song.
Yeah, it was on
when he was alive.
The album Paper Rock Illuminati. So the single was called Blue Boys, and me and Band Play did that.
Huge.
Wow.
Where your horn at? We need a horn for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so
Okay.
intrigued in the story. How did you get your name Shawty Fresh? Where did that come from?
Originally, my name was Young Fresh.
Okay.
And so I went to try to like.
So you went from Ray Forte to Young Fresh.
Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I went to try to copyright the name, but the name was taken.
Okay.
And just so happened, I didn't even know this. Before Bankroll Fresh, name was Bankroll Fresh. He was Young Fresh.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But I didn't even know that at the time. So I couldn't even use Young Fresh. So all my homeboys, they were like, well, you know, your sound is like a combination of Shawty Red and Manny Fresh.
Okay.
So that's how we came up with Shawty Fresh.
Shawty Fresh.
And that's how
cute.
Shawty Fresh was made.
It's a
That's
combination of Shawty Red and Manny Fresh.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
Manny Fresh, one of the biggest producers from Cash Money. Shawty Red, one of the
Yeah.
biggest producers with Young Jeezy, right?
Yeah.
So that's the South right there.
Oh,
In
wow.
a nutshell.
Yeah.
You worked with Trouble. You had a record. You had a whole mixtape with Trouble. School Fresh,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, School Fresh. I did a whole mixtape with School.
Yeah.
Whole mixtape with School. Lots of records, many a nights. You know what I'm saying? It was more than just an artist I was working with. You know what I'm saying?
You had a
He was more
relationship with
Like, yeah, he
School.
was like a brother.
That's,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
cool,
So
man.
like the music that we created, it was like so organic because like we had a real bond, you know what I'm saying?
That's
and like
hard.
you can hear it in the music, and that's why the people were like they related to it, and that's why it was accepted the way that it was.
When you make beats, do you ever consider old school? So his mom, do you use beats from, back in the day? And
Oh, yeah.
What kind of beats you like? What kind of artists you like? From my era, back in the day.
So Miles
Yeah.
Davis, Al Green.
Yeah, a lot of time like I sample so that's called sampling, what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I sample music from like back in the 80s to 70s to 60s, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But like I like a lot of Gap Band
Okay.
and Jimi Hendrix
Oh, wow.
and Stevie Wonder,
Yeah.
and Marvin Gaye,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and
Okay.
Al Green.
Okay.
So like I
Okay.
like a lot of stuff like that. So like I sample a lot of
Do you remember
stuff.
songs from when you were little that your mom used to play, and that you can think back and incorporate some of that from your childhood?
You know what? I can, but I can't. But your son, Cuddy Blue,
Hey, Cuddy Blue.
that boy Cuddy Blue, he gave me a lot of inspiration about
Yeah,
songs I should
yeah,
sample. I might
yeah.
call Cuddy like, hey man, like what's a good song to sample?
That's
He
my
like-
oldest,
he like,
y'all.
hold on man, give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna get back with you, player. And then he called me back with a whole rundown.
That's my
And I was like,
girl.
oh, that's that song. I'm
That's
like, wow, I
my
love
baby.
that. And I get to
That's
chopping
hard.
it up and building a beat around it, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
Shout out to Cuddy Blue, Toledo,
all right.
Ohio.
So your grown man phase. We talked about your youth. You transitioning into being a man and being in the industry. Seemed like you into a lot of fitness. You a father.
yeah.
You got 2 sons.
Yeah, I have 2 sons. One that's 15 and one that's 6.
So what's that like, man? Being a cool dad. Like, you know
15
what I mean?
and 6. That's a big gap. You had the 9 year
Because at 15, because even with Leo, he 12. People asking me, is he my little brother now? And
Yeah.
I'm like, what? So you
Because he
know,
doesn't look old enough to have a
he gonna be
15-year-old.
driving in a year. How you
Yeah.
handling that? Because you
Yeah.
still look like you 26.
And
brother.
do you encourage them to get into music, or no? Would you want something different for them?
No, I let them, like, do the things that they're interested in.
Okay.
And they don't even know this Shawty Fresh guy.
Okay.
I'm just dad.
Yeah.
And
That's real.
I really ain't that cool because I'm the one that's telling you, hey man, go pick that shit up and do this and
Right.
do that.
Right, yeah.
So in their eyes,
You ain't cool like that.
I ain't cool like that, but I'm definitely a role model for them because they
Yeah.
definitely look up to me
That's
and they
it.
definitely
Important.
pick up on everything that I do.
Good.
You know what I mean?
That's
You
one.
probably cooler than you think. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, dads ain't supposed to be cool. They supposed to be dads. And you're
Right.
a good father,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, dads are the least liked in the relationship because
Yeah.
y'all have to put forth the discipline.
And I had a stepdad and a dad. My dad was trying to be cool with me. My stepdad was on my back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
they're supposed to be.
I was just thinking about when you say the name Shawty Fresh, right?
Mhm.
So you know that I had to have a tag made, right?
Yeah.
And
She love your tag.
Shawty Fresh.
Shorty friend.
Right, so
I like that.
the tag was made by my manager at Hot Beats,
Okay.
by Nina.
Okay, I remember Nina. Nina was good people.
Yeah, Nina real cool, you know what I'm saying? And
Nina Blanca.
yeah, and so like that's like the voice on the tag, you know what I'm saying? With
Okay.
a crazy story, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, you know what I'm saying, I was young and just wild, you know what I'm saying? And me and Nina dated.
Oh, no
wow.
shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, me and Nina dated. You know what I'm
y'all
saying?
was working together. I didn't know y'all was working together.
Yeah, you know, and we kind of had a run in. And she cut my finger off.
No.
Cut your finger off.
Now, I know I wasn't going to bring it. See, okay. Hey. I didn't bring it up. He did. I wasn't going to bring it up. Fresh had a finger accident. You know, I don't know what happened. I don't like talking about it. It ain't my business. But since he had a run in with his employee
slash
your situation.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
She was intentional.
She didn't really like
Jeffrey Dahmer.
She didn't really cut it off. It got slammed off in the door in a freak accident.
Oh.
But you know, like I was young and dumb, and I was being foolish, and I did a whole bunch of things I shouldn't have done, and I made a person react.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
The man lost a finger and said he took
young.
full responsibility
Yeah,
and accountability. That's a very humble statement.
You must have really did some shit.
Yeah, I did some things, you know what I'm saying? Like at the time I was young, fresh in the music industry. I was getting big favors. I was feeling myself, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, one thing led to another.
Are you guys still friends?
Yeah, we still cool, but the reason why I say that is because she's the voice on the tag. And even through all that,
You never changed.
I couldn't. It was already what it was.
You kept her
Shawty
up.
Fresh.
That's real. So Fresh
When you hear that voice, that's
You know who it
what's
is.
her name?
Nina Blanca.
Nina.
Yeah.
The finger cut her off her.
Yeah, she's a real good person, you know what I'm saying? She like honestly, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
No kid. Hold on. Say that again.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Nina Blanca, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Wow.
She's responsible for putting me in the room with everybody before they were even big, and I was able to like develop with these people and grow with these
We gotta
people.
talk about that. I think introducing people to relationships and believing in people that believe in you is key and assertive. You always believed in me, bro, and vice versa, and I appreciate you for that. When you said that, it made me remember rooms you've put me in with music. You got me on songs with Tracy T, Cat One, Bankroll. You even got me on records with Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
You know, he introduced me to Zaytoven. Zaytoven's a huge producer. When Beats was laying around for artists that he didn't even make, he was like, here, you do something with them.
Wow.
And people don't do that because, you know, everybody thinks about themselves at the moment. So, free game.
Everybody thinks
You can
it's
make
competition, but
and it's-
competition is not.
It's
You
not.
want people to do what you're trying to do because that promotes you.
Promotes and propels. It might be times to
and it's
where-
because of you that
And you might dry up. You might be on fire, and then you might need a little boost, and then your homeboy will be able to give it right back
so
to you.
you gotta share the
So
knowledge.
shout out to Nina Blanca for teaching him that because he taught me that.
And hopefully people out
used
there
it
can
on-
learn that too. Don't be so selfish with information and cuffing information and
Connections,
knowledge.
relationships.
Share 'em. 'Cause
It's enough to go around for everybody.
share, but
And
you
doors
know.
open up other doors.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely do.
Talking about that back into your adult life, you really into fitness. You work out a lot.
Yeah. So that came about back in 2017.
Okay.
So
Pandemic.
Bankroll Fresh was killed in 2016, and that was like real traumatic for my life.
It was.
That was before the pandemic.
You know, me and Fresh was recording. I followed Fresh everywhere he went. We was at Hot Beats when Fresh went to Street Exec. I went to Street Exec. There might have been a couple of little studios in between, but I was following Fresh and Fresh's sound. Fresh had that sound and the beats that, like, if you wanted to sound right, you gotta go to Fresh.
Yeah.
I remember when that happened, Fresh. You was at Street Execs, and I was actually in Toronto with Conso, and you was at the studio that night that Bankroll Fresh was killed.
Yeah.
So that had to have been traumatizing. I mean, not without, you know, as much as you like to. What's life like after that? Like, what's music like after that? What's relationships with new artists like after that?
So it's great. It's lovely because like I took from that situation, I learned a lot. And you know what I'm saying? What he taught me was like always be organic, always be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was, and he was big on being cool with everybody.
Yeah.
Like not being Hollywood and not being an ass. You see what I'm saying?
Being straight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Being a real person.
Feel that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I took from that. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody that I encountered, you know what I'm saying, I try to make sure I was real organic. I put my best foot forward.
Yeah.
Tried to help, go above and beyond to
Yeah.
exceed expectations.
Yeah.
And you do that same thing in the gym?
Oh yeah, so
Cause I seen you stepping on them damn crates like you was about to step to the moon. There, you was on the bricks. That's what they call them, the bricks.
So back to that. So when he passed, I started working out because I went through a real like state of depression.
Wow.
And I understood that I was like depressed, so I needed an outlet.
Yeah.
So working out was my outlet, and it just so happened to be this workout class next to the studio I was going to called Effect Fitness.
Okay.
And this dude named Dooley, like he welcomed me with open arms. He
That's
understood my situation. You know what I'm saying? He was dedicated to helping me shape my mind to be able to get through that process, and in that process,
That's
I was
awesome.
able to
you
stay.
went through.
Yeah.
You went through real trauma.
So you redirected it to something positive.
Yeah, you know what
Wow.
I'm saying? So I've been doing that now for about like, it's been like 7 years.
Yeah.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Consistently, non-stop.
So what are you doing? What is the fitness workout? Is it more ways of combination of
It's a cardio boot camp class.
cardio boot camp?
And
Okay.
we use light dumbbells like
Okay.
between 2 and 5 pounds.
good.
We use heavy dumbbells between 6 and 10 pounds. And leg bands, and it's for like 50 minutes to an hour. It's high intensity.
The whole hour.
It's like hit like a Tabata or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You constantly moving,
Wow. I need to check that
and
out.
it works.
Yeah,
It
I
works.
need to check
It works.
out.
And what it did for me, it worked for my mind.
Yes.
And my body followed.
And you don't smoke
wow.
anymore either.
Oh no, like so
You
like
look healthy. You look full.
Fit.
yeah, so for
Fit and
years,
full.
Fit as a fiddle.
Hello.
for years I honestly for years I smoked, and you know what I'm saying, I did different things and I indulged in different things, you know what I'm saying? But now currently, you know, I'm like I don't do those things anymore. And working out
You feel different?
helps me be able to do that. Feel a whole lot different. My mind is a whole lot more clear. You know, I'm a whole lot more aware and attentive. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And it did something for my personality because back when I was indulgent, I was kind of closed off.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? But now I'm more open and
Yeah.
personable and social. You know what I'm
After
saying?
going through that, one can only be closed off. Well, it's the dinner table. That brings me to hot sauce question. We get towards the end. The hot sauce question for my brother. We right on time. Is Shawty Fresh done making hip hop and trap music?
So I'm not. I love
I
music.
want a Momma K trap song. Can I-
Who gonna rap? Me? Let him answer the question. You don't even know if he's still doing trap music right now. Is Shawty Fresh done making hip hop and
I
trap
want to be
production?
like Scrappy Mama D.
Okay, hey, you
Mama
on to
D.
something. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
So I love trap music, and I think I fell out of love with the environment of trap music.
Yeah.
With me growing and getting older. You know what I'm saying? So in my own personal space and time, yes, I still make trap music and I still send beats out to different artists for placements. But
You don't need to be in the studio hanging out with a whole bunch of youngins with switches. You don't need to be doing that.
you know.
But you still have a passion and love for the game.
And
Right.
it's still room out there in the industry because it's all kind of
And music fresh, you know, this is timeless.
Yeah, it is.
So
It
we got to
is.
give ourselves the opportunity to eat. Like, there ain't no telling when this shit will pop the tape. Because it's already done popped and took off for you, so you know it's popping. Some people don't even know it's popping.
Yeah, it's definitely,
You know it's popping.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I'm sure you still get nice publishing royalty checks coming
definitely
in.
possible.
Because you done had some streamers. But
Yeah, definitely possible. But you know what? Like now, I'm working on a gospel album.
Oh, nice.
wow, that's
Okay.
amazing.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's hard.
I got this gospel singer that I found at my gym.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And she's amazing.
She dope.
Really?
Yeah, she do the kind of singing to make the hair stand up on your neck.
Oh, wow. I like
That's
that.
what I like. Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Hello.
what I'm saying?
Feel like
So,
you're really in the church.
Now I'm in the process of making this gospel album and just doing something different. I'm not saying, oh, I'm not doing trap music no more, this, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm just the kind of person where like, I gotta keep my mind going and I just do different things. Like, I even wrote a book before.
Right, I remember the book.
You
It's
know
sold on
what I'm
Amazon. Good, but
What's
hello.
the name of the book?
The book is called My Forte.
My Forte.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
the book is about 4 dudes that ran off on a plug and he made them turn on each other to seek revenge.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
And
The book available now. How can we get the book?
The
Amazon,
book now
right?
the book is available now on Amazon. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Y'all can go and get that
My Forte.
and read that. You know where I come from, a lot of people don't even read books, let alone write books.
Hello. They say if you want to hide something from us, put it in a book.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I'm all about like pushing the limits, doing something different, you know what I'm saying? Like testing my mind to do different things that I've never done before.
Okay.
Well,
So-
I'm about to test your mind with one of these beautiful entrees and appetizers from Influence Lounge, y'all. Shawty Fresh came in here and shared his stories and experience, and for that, it's only right to treat him and not beat him. When it's always a treat when players meet. So we're gonna bring out some food for Shawty Fresh for coming out here. I want y'all to go check out Fresh. Fresh, tell these folks how to follow you, how to keep in touch with you. We know how to get the book. What we got to do to find you, brother?
9 times out of 10, you probably find me at your whole house.
Hoes gotta eat too.
Hello.
No, I'm just playing. You can follow me on IG. You know what I'm saying? My Instagram is I am Shawty Fresh. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. You know, I'm on Facebook. I think my Facebook is Ray Forte.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't really be on Facebook like
If
that.
they want to buy a Shawty Fresh beat, how can they purchase one? Can they email you or just hit you on Instagram or what?
Yeah, if you want to get a Shawty Fresh beat, you can definitely hit me directly
Yes.
in the DM.
Hello.
You know,
Have your budget together, okay? No
please.
no handout.
Please, and I repeat, please be budget ready.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
You know.
And if you'd like to be a guest on the dinner table, contact the dinner table at
Yeah, the dinner table with Dre at gmail.com or the dinner table with Dre on Instagram.
yeah.
Jazz, what you got over there cooking for us? What's this? We got,
Okay, the first one is cabbage.
okay, we got a little cabbage, y'all. What else we got?
Salmon sliders.
Okay, salmon sliders.
Ooh, wait.
Hello.
Look at there. Looky.
Jerk turkey empanadas.
Oh, jerk turkey empanadas. Hello.
Jerk wings.
It's more?
And that's what I was waiting on.
Yes.
Jerk
What
wings.
them motherfuckers.
Hello. The dinner table with Dre, and that's a wrap. You ain't gonna
And
have
Momma
cable
K.
for the dinner table with Momma K and Dre.
Can't get my love to
Shawty Fresh in the building, y'all. Yeah.
Look, Da Vinci's on me, make these bitches want me. Any ball made denim, call me 1500. Any nigga petty, better go get some money for this shit get ugly. Keep my cup on money. I got work up in the rental. Trump Tower incidentals. Rollie on me presidential. Keep my hundreds in sequential.